Everyone. A little more of an update. So it's been a day and a half since I had my first chemo session, um, number one of 12. So got 6 months about left. Doing really well. Had a little bit of fatigue, as I mentioned, and a little accident yesterday. Another thing, I was really wired last night, so didn't go to sleep until late. Then didn't sleep well. I was feeling good, so I figured it's one of the last times I could go into work. I got to be real careful because the chemo is going to suppress my immune system. So it's really important that I don't get sick, any kind of respiratory illness or anything, the flu, COVID. So I'm probably going to try to segregate myself or only do outdoor events with other people. You know me, I'm a people person. It does sound like my new friend Double A is going to come out this weekend, do some shooting. Might have some other friends out. So I'm really looking forward to that. Sorry, the tumor on my thyroid makes talking difficult. And I always try not to talk too much, especially at work, and I end up blabbing away. But it was good to see so many people at work. One thing I discussed tonight with my wife actually started saunaing again. So part of my health regime I've started to be real consistent with is I do a cold plunge in the morning for 10 minutes in about 60-degree water. I take my time submerging, but I get a good full 5 minutes fully submerged, at least up to my chest. I have to be careful with the port until it fully heals. Right here in my chest, you can feel it. I doubt you see it. And then I sauna at night. Really helps me, so many benefits. Really enjoying that. But anyway, my real purpose for the post tonight is I put up a survey on SurveyMonkey to shave or not to shave. So the doctor, his assistant, and the nurse were pretty adamant that unfortunately my long hair that I've had for a long time now, this is the longest I've ever think I've gotten it. The ends are a little dead. I used to stop and cut it, probably to here because the seat belt would get caught in it. But I've been growing it out and that hasn't happened. I do love my hair. I'd also hear probably on a weekly basis and sometimes multiple times a week that I look like Jason Momoa. I don't see it, but I like it. Funny story, I was at Point Mallard. It's a little water park we have here in Huntsville, in Decatur. Some teenagers, I was just relaxing in the wave pool. They're like, Aquaman. I love that shit. So I'm not going to look like Aquaman anymore once I cut the hair. But it should grow back. One of the things I heard was that your hair may grow back different. It might actually grow back curlier. Now, I've also heard that some people go through chemo where they should be hair loss and they don't lose their hair. And I just also learned today, because I'm going to Clearview Cancer Institute, and actually the nurse I had yesterday did a follow-up asking, how I was doing, if I had any problems. I told her about the few really minor. For me, it really was. But now the unfortunate truth is that typically it gets worse every time because the chemo is cumulative. So I've heard second, third, or fourth time is when it gets really bad, which I almost kind of feel like ignorance would be bliss at this point. I'd rather, I don't know. That's an endless question. One other thing I think, and my wife did say she noticed because I was like, I kind of feel like I have a really short temper right now. I get really frustrated really fast. So I know that's happening. I don't know what kind of side effect, and I'm having pretty good brain fog. I was able to make it from the second floor to the sixth floor without stopping, although I was winded heavily. Now, I would regularly take the stairs. My office is on the sixth floor of Building 4203 at NASA Marshall Space Flight Center. So usually what I do is, the beginning of the day, end of the day, going out to lunch, going wherever, I always take the stairs, and yeah, it's a struggle. That would really be the. Otherwise, I feel fine. And I obviously haven't been doing any kind of lifting or anything. Although I'm just started again doing the band workout to try to, the big thing is maintaining muscle mass. Anyway, some about shaving, and there is a cooling cap which supposedly helps reduce the amount of hair loss. But that's really it. Is do I go ahead and take this ponytail or braid it? There's the two methods you can use. Cut it off. I probably got a good 12 inches or so. I think Locks for Love, which takes donated hair to make wigs for cancer patients. So that's the question I have. Should I shave my head, or take the chance that it doesn't actually fall out for the chemo? Again, it's I think less of a concern for a man. Although I got to work on my smile because I'll probably be pretty scary looking with a shaved head. But that's it. I'm going to try to post this on all, wherever people are seeing it. I'm really not sure where I'm getting the most feedback from. But I will post the survey either directly after this video or try to embed it with this video. So, got a bunch of other things I could talk about. Those will be following posts when I have the recollection and the time to put I like to outline what I'm going to say. There's a lot of issues, and I encourage anybody. One, you're more than welcome to share my stuff. Of course, I try to keep this all public, and a lot of people have expressed gratitude for letting them know. Some people have said they laughed, some have cried, which I'm sorry to hear, but hey, I've cried a bit too. But overall, it's been overwhelmingly positive, and there are a lot of YouTube videos of people who are going through this, and it does help. So if I can provide any help. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, whatever. You can also email me. Anyone's looking to get in touch with me. My email is very simple, frank.hark, HARK, @gmail.com. But I'm also terrible. And again, just a shout out to all the friends that have reached out. I really have been so fortunate throughout my life to have met so many of you. Now, I do have a lot of only Facebook friends. I did go through a period in the teens where I was really expanding my Facebook and friending people I didn't know. Usually, for a long time, I only did it to people I knew. And now I might have only had one interaction with you in a bar or something like that, shared a beer. But anyway, again, thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. So yeah, please vote on that survey. I will keep it up. I think I'll end it on Friday. I'm not saying I'm going to do what the survey says, but I was really interested. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Thanks.